Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Lewis Basketball Network, man. You already know who it is. I am back with another one, with another banger, with yet another video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure you like the video, man. Make sure you share this video. Only helps the channel grow. And I always say, man, keep the grind, keep the hustle, never stop, never settle, man. Truly appreciate it, man. It is a Tuesday afternoon. It is cold. It feels like winter is coming, like if winter just came back. And we're about to hit the middle of May, and it's like, it just lets you know, man, the effect of global warming, man. It's crazy. But on to today's NBA news. So a couple of things I wanted to talk about. For one, this flip-flopping by Terry Rozier. He's talking about how he was asked by Bleacher Report on Kyrie Irving's leadership, and he was saying how Kyrie is a great leader. And depending on where he wants to go in free agency is up to him, since he's a free agent this year. But then he comes back and he says that he just put a rant to the media while they were cleaning out their lock during a media press conference. And Terry Rozier was talking about how he had the most to sacrifice of any other Boston Celtic, and that he also says that he is a starter in the league, and that he deserves to get paid his money. And he said that if the entire team decides to come back, if the Celtics decide to put the team back together, that he wants out because he feels like the Celtics can use this change. Well, is it the Celtics that can use a change, or is it that you can use a change, Terry Rozier? Here's the thing with Terry Rozier that I'm starting to notice from quite a few NBA players. Last year, you, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown were really feeling yourselves after that Eastern Conference Finals trip through the playoffs without Kyrie Irving. Now, I'm on record as saying that Kyrie Irving displayed poor leadership for a superstar player. And in my opinion, to me, I said it before, Kyrie, to me, does not know how to manage the flow of a game, and he doesn't truly understand the game yet. And for me, if he wants to get back on that superstar status, I feel like Kyrie needs to do a better job of learning how to manage a game, of when to shoot and when to pass. He has to really, to me, he has to improve his mentality, his mental part of the game. To me, is still, he has the skills and he has the tools. And I wish he could become a little bit of a better defender, kind of like what Damian Lillard was doing these entire playoffs. Like, he's really shown true leadership, true maturity, true growth. He's really doing other aspects. He's impacting the game other than scoring the basketball. And I would like to see Kyrie do that, unless Kyrie is just, going to be just known for scoring. Because Kyrie can show that he has the ability to make plays, but it's just Kyrie just showed he was very selfish this entire year. But on the other hand, like I said, these young guys, again, were really filling up their egos. Like, once they had all this success and they thought that they could honestly try to be the guy, all of a sudden, all these guys trying to pretend like if they're all-star starters, and Jason Tatum out here thinking he was Kobe. And I said that Jason Tatum has a high ceiling, but the dude is overrated, and the media overrated him really badly because he had a down year. And let's be real, I still would take Kyle Kuzma over Jason Tatum at this point in time. Excuse me, just my opinion. But yeah, Terry Rozier, I mean, it's like these players don't hold themselves accountable for nothing. It's just a lot of finger pointing, a lot of blaming. Listen, I blame Kyrie. He did a poor job in terms of his leadership. Horrible job. Horrible job. And like I said, if he were to go to LA, like I said, at the end of the day, it's Kyrie's decision. You got to respect the decision. But what's going to happen is now the media is going to look at you as a quitter, and they're going to look at it as a way to say how LeBron is so great that without him, you would not win anything. So I got to ask you a question to my subscribers. Do you think that Kyrie is a superstar, or do you think that he's an all-star? Do you think that he is going to be a Batman of his own team and lead a team to a championship, or will he forever be known as a guy in LeBron's shadow, being a Robin, being a beta? Do you think Kyrie is an alpha, or is he just a beta? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. In other news, Ben Simmons, it is reported that could be a possible trade option for LeBron James this summer. Here's what I got to say to that, ladies and gentlemen. I think Jeanie Buss is trying to find a way to force LeBron out of there. One of the mistakes, LeBron made several mistakes, quite honestly. One, going to Los Angeles. But listen, I already know. LeBron went there for family reasons, and he went for life after basketball. People could say he tried to win championship, but they'll never know. LeBron went there for after basketball. But here's the thing. He doesn't have a no-trade clause, which now means LeBron could be moved to wherever the team wants. The only way that LeBron would have to have any type of control is if he tries to hold the Lakers hostage and puts them in a place where they are gonna have to get even probably people involved in the NBA, which would be really crazy. That would just be a whole nother fiasco. A lot of things that people don't want to talk about is that people want to say that, LeBron, the Lakers were already a dumpster fire before LeBron got there. Here's the thing. In the year before LeBron arrived, if it wasn't for Lonzo and Brandon Ingram having injuries, and I remember when Isaiah Thomas got traded, he dealt with a little bit of injuries himself after just coming back from the hip injury. The Lakers won 35 games. And I said that they were developing really nicely and looked like they could be a playoff team the very next year. The expectations were not as high for Luke Walton. All of that changed the minute LeBron signed to the Lakers. It all changed when he signed. And the biggest mistake the Lakers made was signing a 33-year-old LeBron James. People are talking about, LeBron is an MVP. He's playing at an MVP level. He's the best player in the game. Why, it's like LeBron made you relevant. No, LeBron, like I said, he's all about the headlines. He's all about the market. That's why he's going to dominate. LeBron could go to any team in the league, and they will be the talk every single day because he's on there. Because he is a slave puppet to Nike. And like I said, he is the media's #1 topic. They get their checks off of LeBron talk. So LeBron owns these networks. He owns ESPN and he owns LaFox. Simple. To be honest with you, here's what I think. This report to me was to create fake news. Now, things may change and, I might be surprised as, they probably might even consider trading LeBron for Ben Simmons. Who knows? But I think this was a fake news to find a reason to keep LeBron relevant in the headlines during the postseason, when we're about to have two very, very good matchups in the conference finals, or as I like to call it, the Final Four of the NBA, right? If I'm the Lakers, why would you trade LeBron for a player? Yes, he's younger, but you're getting a Lonzo Ball of the Eastern Conference, and even Lonzo Ball is a better shooter, better leader, better passer than Ben Simmons. Better defender as well. That's just my opinion. Ben Simmons, they talk about this incredible court vision and all this kind of stuff, but Ben Simmons is afraid to shoot. He may have the ability to shoot, but he's afraid to shoot. So I'm going to trade LeBron for a guy who's going to be practicing free throw shooting drills and shooting drills with Lonzo Ball. That's going to be a disaster. It's going to be a disaster. So I honestly think it would just be a foolish move for the Lakers. If you're the Philadelphia 76ers, how long is the window going to be in terms of championships? Because even if you're in the Eastern Conference, LeBron is not getting any younger. See, you trade LeBron turns 35 during the season. LeBron already was full of excuses with the Lakers when he was there. And I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say this in every video. Don't come at me with 4th place. Don't come at me with the whole groin injury. I've already said it in many videos. You can go back and what I've said about LeBron in 4th place and LeBron in the groin injury. I've already said it. And the whole idea of the chemistry issues. And the Anthony Davis fiasco. Everybody knows this. So I'm not even going to get into that. But what I'm talking about is entertain this move. Like I said, the Lakers are a dumpster fire, man. They're a dumpster fire. It's honestly ridiculous, honestly. So people are saying, well, like, I'm telling you, man, it's like if I'm the Lakers, I would try to look for other options in terms of trying to trade LeBron. But trading him for Ben Simmons, if Ben Simmons could shoot, trust me, there would be no question that I would honestly look into that deal. And they could trade him everywhere. So if they're going to trade LeBron, it looks like for me, he might be traded. I'm going to take a hunch that he probably might get traded by the All-Star break. I doubt it's going to be during the summer, but I won't be surprised if he be traded by the All-Star break. That's just my opinion on it. So I don't know. I think it's entertaining. And then Shannon kind of went off a rant and how he flip-flopped. He just couldn't believe that you would even want to trade LeBron because he's the best thing going for you, right? Then Steven Jackson come in, the LeBron apologist all of a sudden, and his license is revoked right now, and says how if it's Philly, it's great, and that he should win a championship. Here's the problem with Philadelphia. Is LeBron going to let Embiid post, or is LeBron going to play his LeBron system? This is what I'm talking about. People just say that it's a great fit, it's a great fit, it's a great fit. If they play a system, it's good. If they don't play a system, this is going to backfire. I'm telling you. You could say because LeBron has to play with shooters. Guess what happens to Embiid? It's going to happen the same thing with Ben Simmons. Because LeBron needs to drive. Embiid is clogging the paint. What does that mean? You're turning Embiid into a rebounder on the defensive end. And then he has to catch the ball at the perimeter, which is going to make it easier for opposing big men to defend him. That's what people just don't think about. Because it's like, oh, if you put LeBron in Philly, they can win the championship because they got Jimmy Butler and this. We don't know if Jimmy Butler's going to re-sign there. We don't know if Tobias Harris is going. They got him, and then you got JJ Redick. So you got some decisions to make. So it's like people. That's what people got to think about. That's why I was like, it doesn't make sense, man. Like, I don't understand why, they would even consider this move. But we'll see what happens. Also, the Philadelphia 76ers decided to bring back Brett Brown. Listen, 3 straight possessions in the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Raptors in Game 7. The Sixers had 3 consecutive times where they couldn't even get a shot off. 3 straight 24-second violations. That is just a microcosm of Brett Brown's coaching. And Philadelphia decides to bring him back. All I got to say is this. If Brett Brown doesn't show improvement in his coaching, then he needs to go, and Philly was really stupid to keep him, because I honestly said that Brett Brown should have been fired. He should have been fired. And my issue with him is also he treats Ben Simmons like a son. In other words, he doesn't hold Ben Simmons accountable. Like holding players accountable for things. It's like he's really much more of an excuse guy. And it's like, listen, coaches obviously are going to be there for the players, and I understand that. But you have to also know how to hold players accountable when they mess up, man. It's like Terry Rozier. He doesn't want to hold himself accountable. He feel like nothing is his fault. He should be a starter, that Kyrie Irving is the reason that he played horrible. And it's just like, yo, even when Kyrie's passed you the ball, you miss shots. Did you remember what you did in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals last year? Because I remember. If you want me to pull up that receipt, I definitely will pull it, Terry Rozier, because some of the shots you took were just straight up done. Are you gonna blame Kyrie because he was sitting on the bench? It's Kyrie's fault because he was sitting on the bench when you were throwing up them bricks. And then, so yeah, Brett Brown is the coach. I'm telling you, he doesn't make any coaching adjustments, and he just lets those guys play without real coaching, and they just rely on talent. The Sixers are going to really look stupid for making that decision of bringing him back. I'm not trying to hate on the brother, but it's just like he's not coaching, bro. They're just playing really like off of talent. Like the shot selection that JJ Redick took, like that's on him, but it's also a result of coach. I mean, because it's like it's a combination of the two. You have to tell JJ Redick, like, is that honestly that the best shot? Like, that's how you build relationships and you communicate. I feel like Brett Brown doesn't really communicate well with his players. 3 straight possessions. And you came up with nothing? Not even a shot off. I told you, microcosm of his coaching. That was just really stupid. And then finally, the Lakers officially hire Frank Vogel, and Jason Kidd is part of the coaching staff as an assistant coach. People want to talk about all these great things with Jason Kidd and what he did with Giannis Antetokounmpo. But like I said, I'm not saying that he didn't do anything great with Antetokounmpo. We're talking about coaching a team, not just developing a player. Talking about developing players. Players, plural, more than one. This Frank Vogel and Jason Kidd situation is reminding me of a lot of David Blatt and Ty Lue. This is the Los Angeles Cavaliers all over again. Frank Vogel messes up. Either LeBron is going to want to trade, Frank Vogel gets fired, and Jason Kidd steps in. Because the thing is, a lot of people know what type of coach Jason Kidd was. He was known to run stagnant offenses. And after the first year doing a solid job in Milwaukee, he was not great. That's why people are very iffy on Jason Kidd. And even though he was the teammate with LeBron and the media making all these excuses about how he would be such a great fit and how Tyronn Lue is such a great fit, when you guys, again, bash Tyronn Lue. So I don't understand how he's all of a sudden a great fit when you said people kept saying he deserved to get fired in Cleveland. Right? And now he has no clue in his rotations, but now he's a great fit. and how he should be saying that he's a champion, that he won a championship with Cleveland. Yeah, okay. So honestly, man, like Frank Vogel, like I said, he's a good coach. My issue is that how is he adjusted to today's NBA? Because people love to talk about his 2 Eastern Conference Finals with the Pacers. That's great. The problem is, what have you done for me lately? That's what people do too much. They dwell too much on the past. I get it. He did a great job with the Pacers. It was a different team, and the NBA was slightly a little bit different 6 years ago. What is it right now? With the Magic, he didn't do that great of a job. And I told you, Frank Vogel, some people have even said this, he has not adjusted to the style of NBA that is today. And that's my question with Frank Vogel. If he hasn't understood the style of NBA that is today, he's not a good fit for the Lakers. Now, people say that he's a defensive coach, and I think that he would be great for LeBron playing defense. How many years has LeBron not played defense? When was the last time that LeBron made an all-defensive team? You honestly think that Frank Vogel's just going to come in and all of a sudden LeBron is going to come this all-NBA league defender? I'm sorry. I don't see it happening. And once again, I told you that the Frank Vogel and Jason Kidd hires is David Blatt and Ty Lue all over again to once again run the LeBron James system. That's all that this is for, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, that's what it is, man. Like, I'm telling you. Either LeBron is going to stay and work this all out, or he's going to want to get a trade, because it's just crazy in these NBA streets, man. Yo, it's unbelievable. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is your boy Lewis with another one, man. Just hitting you with some of the latest NBA news, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of all of these crazy stories, man. As always, man, bless up. One love. Peace. Thanks for watching.